It was morning time. On the side of the market road, Sumitra Devi, as usual, was selling fish with a basket. Her two daughters, Rekha and Priya, were serving the country far away at the border. Both sisters were army officers. They had no idea in what situation their mother was living her life. And today, something was about to happen with their mother. That would shake her soul. Sumitra Devi was silently busy with her fish-selling work. At that time, an inspector named Deepak Verma came riding a motorcycle. He stopped the bike on the roadside and said loudly, "How dare you? How dare you sell fish on the roadside? Because of you, there can be a traffic jam here. Quickly move away from here." Saying this, he suddenly kicked the basket hard. The fishes scattered on the ground. The smell of fish spread all around, and people stopped and started watching the scene. The inspector, even more angry, shouted, "Is this your father's road? That wherever you want, you sit and sell fish. If you want to sell, then go to your own place and sell." Sumitra Devi quietly kept listening to his words. She endured the humiliation. Tears came into her eyes, but she said nothing, and started picking up the fishes that had fallen on the ground. The crowd standing there was only watching the scene. No one protested, no one helped her. Among the crowd there was a boy who was famous on social media. He took out his phone and started recording the whole incident. The inspector kept scolding her, kept insulting her, and people just kept laughing and watching. Sumitra Devi, in her heart, was thinking, "If my two daughters ever come to know this, then what will happen? I wish they never know about this incident, otherwise a storm will rise." With tears in her eyes, she put the fishes back in the basket and slowly started walking toward her home. Meanwhile, the boy who had recorded the video went home and uploaded the video on social media. In the caption he wrote, "This old woman had no fault, but the inspector threw away her fish and insulted her on the road. Is this right?" The video quickly went viral. People started sharing it, started commenting. Everyone thought this incident was wrong. After some time, the video reached Priya's phone. As soon as she watched it, her blood boiled. She could not believe that her mother had been treated like this, insulted in front of people and even slapped. Priya immediately sent the video to her elder sister Rekha. Rekha watched the video. Her face turned red with anger. Tears came into her eyes. In her heart she thought, "I wish Father was alive, then we would never have seen this day. We struggled so hard to reach this position, yet we could not give our mother happiness. But I will not leave that inspector. I will take revenge." After watching the video, Rekha immediately called Priya. Her voice was full of anger. "Priya, you stay there. I am going home, and I will take revenge from that inspector." Priya immediately said, "No, sister, I will also go with you. What happened with Mother, I cannot tolerate it. He must be shown his place." Rekha explained, "It is better for you to stay there. I will bring Mother back and we will keep her near us." The argument went on for a while, but at last Priya agreed. "All right, sister, you go. But bring Mother back with you." Rekha hung up the phone. She took off her uniform and put on a yellow salwar suit. Now she was looking like a simple village girl. She got on a bus and within a few hours reached home. As soon as she arrived, she knocked on the door. Sumitra Devi was cutting vegetables in the kitchen. Hearing the sound of the door, she called out, "Who is it?" "It's me, Mother, Rekha. I came to meet you." Hearing the words, Sumitra Devi's hand stopped. Tears came into her eyes. She was afraid in her mind. Did Rekha come to know about the incident? She knew very well how honest and stubborn her daughters were. For their mother, they could do anything. She quickly opened the door. Seeing her daughter standing in front, mother and daughter hugged each other, as if the distance of years was erased in one moment. Sumitra Devi asked, "Betty, where's Priya?" Didn't she come? Rekha replied, "No, mother, I told her not to. She was insisting a lot, but I did not bring her with me." "All right, first come inside." Rekha went to the kitchen, looked at the vegetables and said, "Mother, you sit. I will cook the food." Within a short time the food was ready. Mother and daughter sat together and ate. And then the talk began. Rekha asked directly, "Mother, what happened with you? Why didn't you tell me?" "This is very wrong. I will get that inspector suspended. He has acted against the law, and I will show him the power of law." Sumitra Devi fearfully said, "Child, leave it. Even if a policeman has spoken like that, so what? Let it go." Rekha, in a hard voice, said, "No, mother, you keep quiet. I know what I have to do. What he has done, he must be punished for it." Saying this, Rekha put on a red sari, dressed like a simple village girl, and went straight toward the police station. It was the same station where Inspector Deepak Verma was posted. On reaching the station, she saw that Deepak was not present there. Only 2 constables and SHO Suresh Singh were sitting there. Rekha went straight to SHO Suresh Singh and said, "I want to file a report against Inspector Deepak Verma. He misbehaved with my mother on the road. He threw away the fish basket, he slapped her, and he insulted her in front of people. I want strict action against him." Suresh Singh, surprised, said, "What? A report against Inspector Deepak Verma? Who are you to file a report? Are you the old woman's daughter? You think I will write a report against my inspector? He did nothing wrong. And even if he slapped, so what? She was selling fish on the roadside. The mistake was hers." Rekha's eyes burned with anger. "Look, don't try to teach us law. We have studied law, and we know very well what is written in it. With the help of that same law, I will punish him. If you don't write the report, then I will also take action against you." Suresh Singh was shocked. This simple village girl, speaking with such confidence and without fear as if some great power was standing behind her. He said, "Who are you? And what power do you have that you will get us suspended? If we want, we can put you in jail right now." Rekha said nothing. She put her government ID card on the table. Seeing the ID, Suresh Singh's eyes widened in shock. Fearfully, he said, "You are an army officer. Sorry, madam. Tell me what has to be done." Rekha, in a hard voice, said, "The condition of this police station is very bad. There is no such thing as justice here. Saying sorry will not work. Now I will directly take action against you and your inspector." Just then, the door of the police station opened and Inspector Deepak Verma walked inside. Looking at the girl, he gave a slight smile and asked, "What is the matter? What have you come here to do?" Inside Rekha's mind, the earlier storm was still going on. If she did not have respect for the law, she would have slapped him that very moment. But she was a protector of the law. So she only said, "Remember this, I will get you suspended. You have no right to remain in law. My words will become very heavy for you." Saying this, Rekha left the police station. Inside, Constable Suresh Singh and Inspector Deepak himself also went into thought. Will this girl really take action? Rekha reached home. She thought for a while, then an idea came to her mind. The next morning she went straight to the ASP office. In the office, ASP Madam Shruti Hassan was sitting. Without wasting time, Rekha took out her mobile and showed her the viral video. "Madam, I want strict action against Inspector Deepak." Shruti Hassan, in a serious voice, said, "Madam Rekha, I know you are an army officer, but for our law, we need evidence and witnesses. Until you bring solid proof and witnesses, it is not possible to take action." Rekha agreed and went out. Reaching home, she started investigating that same social media account from where the video had been posted. Within a few hours, she found the boy who had recorded the video. She went to his house and said, "You recorded this video with your own eyes. I need the original version, and you will have to become a witness." The boy was scared at first. Then he agreed and gave her the unedited video. Rekha took him along and again reached the ASP office. Shruti Hassan saw the proof. Then she directly called DM Akhilesh. The DM, after watching the video, said, "This inspector has done very wrong and acted against the law. He must be punished." The very next day, the DM called a press meeting at the biggest office of the district. At 11 o'clock in the morning, in the big conference hall of the district headquarters, the press meeting of DM Akhilesh was about to begin. Outside the hall, media vans were lined up. Reporters of every big newspaper and news channel were preparing with cameras to go inside. Inside the hall, 4 chairs were arranged on the stage. In the middle was DM Akhilesh, on the right side ASP Shruti Hassan, and on the left side 2 empty chairs, on which no one had yet sat. In front there was a long row of journalists. The DM rang the bell placed on the table and said, "All journalists please sit, the meeting is starting." The whole hall became silent. The cameras started rolling. The DM, in a serious voice, began to speak. Yesterday on social media, a video went viral in which a police inspector misbehaved with an old woman on the road. He threw away her fish basket. He slapped her and insulted her publicly. This is not only against morality, but also against our law and against the code of conduct of the police. The cameras of the journalists began to click, click. The DM further said, "We have solid evidence from the victim's side and also an eyewitness. As proof, we have unedited video footage, which was recorded by a young man present at the scene. The witness is also present here and ready to give his statement." Saying this, Rekha came onto the stage, and facing the media she said, "I am Rekha Singh, captain in the Indian Army. This victimized woman is my mother, Sumitra Devi." The entire hall became silent. The journalists began looking at each other as if now the matter had grown even bigger. Rekha did not stop. She continued speaking. "I have studied law, and I know that insulting anyone on the road like this is a crime, whether that person is a common man or a police officer. Law is equal for everyone." The journalists began throwing questions. "Madam, do you want action only against the inspector, or is anyone else involved in this?" Rekha replied, "In this incident, not only the inspector but also the SHO Suresh Singh is equally guilty. He refused to take the complaint. He mocked the victim and mocked the law." SP Shruti Hassan took the microphone and said, "We have started an internal inquiry, but since the matter is serious and the victim's side has solid proof, I recommend that both officers be suspended immediately so that the investigation remains impartial." The DM nodded and read the order. With immediate effect, Inspector Deepak Verma and SHO Suresh Singh are suspended. A copy of this order will be sent to police headquarters and the State Home Ministry. Among the journalists, murmurs began. Such quick action. This is truly a precedent. As soon as the meeting ended, the DM called the district administration's legal advisor. "I want this entire process done within the legal framework. Prepare the notice and get the suspension letters ready." The legal advisor informed, "Sir, first we must prepare a charge sheet in which the sections of IPC and the violations under police law are written. Then a departmental inquiry committee will be formed. However, the suspension order can be effective immediately, so that the accused cannot influence the investigation." The DM immediately gave orders, and within 2 hours the suspension letters were ready. Meanwhile, in the village, this news spread like wildfire. People in the market began telling each other, "Have you heard? What happened with Sumitra Devi? Now justice is going to happen. Her daughter, an army officer, made all this possible." A crowd gathered outside Sumitra Devi's house. Some came to encourage, some came just to see. Sumitra Devi kept saying again and again, "I never wanted revenge, I only wanted respect. But my daughters are like fire, they never tolerate injustice." When the suspension order reached the police station, chaos began among the constables. One constable said slowly, "Brother, this girl really did it. We never even imagined the matter would reach the DM." Both Deepak Verma and Suresh Singh were given the order. "You are suspended with immediate effect. Until the investigation is complete, you cannot use any government authority." Deepak Verma first threw the paper on the ground, but on the face of Suresh Singh, there was clear fear. "This girl will ruin our lives. I told you not to mess with her." By evening, TV channel headlines began running. Inspector and SHO suspended. Army officer brings justice for her mother. Viral video becomes a weapon. The hammer of punishment falls on police officers. On Rekha's mobile, calls began coming one after another, some to congratulate, some for media interviews. But Rekha only said, "This is not only about my mother, this is for those people with whom injustice silently happens." 1 week later, in the departmental inquiry, based on evidence and witnesses, both officers were found guilty. The report stated Inspector Deepak Verma misused his position, violated discipline, and behaved indecently with the public. SHO Suresh Singh refused to accept the complaint and neglected his duty. From State Police Headquarters came the order. Both officers are dismissed and a criminal case will be filed against them. When this news reached Sumitra Devi's house, Rekha only said, "Mother, this victory is not only ours, it belongs to every person who stands against injustice." With tears of joy, Sumitra Devi hugged her daughter and said, "You have raised not only my head, but also the head of this entire village." Friends, if you like this video, please give it a like, share it as much as possible, and of course, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to comment where you are watching from.